Hey folks, my name is John Overturf, and I've been playing the guitar off and on for about 42 years now. And I love playing guitar, and I wanted to start teaching people how to play. So this is actually my very first guitar lesson ever. I'm doing this on YouTube, on video, and it's a free lesson. So this I'm basically going to be doing lessons starting out at beginner level and just kind of moving up the line here to more intermediate and advanced stuff. But I want to start at the beginning level, and this video is designed really for no one who has ever really played the guitar before, doesn't really know anything about the guitar, and wants to start. I hope that the lesson that I'm about to give you will help you get a good jump start and get into playing, and you'll have fun with it. And so now I'm not really, I don't really have a lot of even novice level video editing skills per se. So for the first several videos and until I get my video editing skills, a little bit better, I'm not going to be adding anything in the way of like on picture chord charts or graphs or anything like that. I'm basically just going to talk in terms of the notes and stuff like that, show you where to put your fingers, that kind of thing. And so just to kind of make it real easy. Today's first lesson is going to be pretty basic. What I want to talk about is I want to talk about string numbering and fret numbering, okay? What number, for the purpose of being able to tell you where to place your fingers, it's important that you know that, okay? String numbering and the fret numbering is pretty standard in the music industry as far as guitar is concerned. In terms of folks that use tablature for playing guitars, knowing the string numbering and the fret numbering is critical to know. So anyway, I don't really read music notes. I'm not a trained music reader, so I have light training on tablature, and so that's why it's important to just tell you what the string numbers are and the notes are. So, but I do know how to play. Oh, I missed a note. Okay, but I do know how to play, and I want to start at the beginning level here. So here we go. So we're going to talk about three things today: string numbering and fret numbering. Okay, and I'm also going to include what frets are, so you understand what a fret is. For someone who's just learning, doesn't know what a fret is, you need to kind of know that. Pretty basic. So actually there's four parts, okay? The tuning, and then the tuning, and then I'm gonna teach you a couple of chords to get started with. I'm gonna teach you the E and the D chord. The reason I want to start you off and go ahead and get those into the curriculum this early is I want you to be able to, well, learn a couple chords to get started, but also to kind of verify how good your tuning job went, okay? Because we're gonna have spend all this time learning how to tune. We want to make sure that that tuning is going to sound good on the chords that you're going to play. So, I mean, if you've tuned it right, it's going to come out sounding really nice like this when you're playing the E and when you're playing the D. Sounds good to me. My ear says that that's in tune, okay? So let's start by talking about string numbering, okay? I'm also going to tell you what the string notes are, okay? Before I start, here we go. Digressed for a second. Okay, so string numbering. The string numbering is from the bottom of the guitar to the top of the guitar. So you got string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. Okay, you might even be able to see the strings vibrating on the fingerboard as I'm playing those. Now that's basically, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? Strings 1 through 6, okay? Now, the strings, also based on standard tuning, the strings are also from 1 to 6, they have designated notes, okay? E, B, G, D, A, and E, okay? And so it's basically, I'll do that again. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the notes. E, E, G. Oops, sorry about that. Start again. E, B, G, D, A, and E. Okay? There's two E notes you'll notice. Okay? You got a high E and a low E. Okay? High E is string number 1. Low E is string number 6. And then string number 2 is B. String number 3 is G. String number 4 is D. String number 5 is A. Okay? Okay, so now let's talk about fret numbering. It's real simple. Okay. For those that don't know what a fret is, I said I was going to talk about this. A fret is, okay, now you notice you got a fingerboard here and you see these wire inlays, if you will, where my fingers are going over, okay? Those are wire, pieces of wire that have been laid down into the fingerboard for the purpose of being able to change the notes across the board, okay? So right now, I'm basically playing open fingerboard. I'm not chording anything. My fingers are not going on any of the strings to hit a fret, okay? Now, so what I'm gonna do to change the notes, obviously, I'm gonna lay my finger across the 3rd fret on all the strings, okay? And that basically changes the notes. So every time you change, your finger goes on a different fret, the note changes, okay? That's basically what a fret is. This little piece of wire here that my finger's on, okay, where the string lands on. If you finger on the fingerboard just below that particular fret, that's the designated note that's gonna ring out, okay? That's frets in a nutshell, okay? Fret numbers, okay? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. Fret 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on, okay? I'm telling you this because as I teach you, I'm going to be telling you to put your fingers on specific strings, specific fingers, specific string numbers, and a specific fret. So for example, if I tell you to take your ring finger and place it on the 1st string, 3rd fret, you would play, you got your ring finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. And that's what it sounds like, okay? That's actually one of the strings you're going to be using. Well, that's not in one of the chords I'm teaching you today, but you get the gist, okay? So we'll when I get to the part of this video where I'm showing you the chords, then you'll see more of what I'm talking about. Okay, let's talk about tuning now. Let's get into it. Okay, so basically, tuning. For standard tuning, you're gonna for standard tuning, it's designed. The standard pitch for tuning is 440 hertz. Now that is actually an A note. Okay. And so that is, so if you're using a tuner, which we're not using yet, or a tone generator, which we will talk about, you're basically going to want, you're going to want, 440 is pretty much the standard pitch for tuning, the A note, okay? This is your A 440, and this guitar has already been pre-tuned to 440 hertz, okay? Standard tuning, that's your A note, okay? Now for, just so you know that it kind of revolves around that A 440 hertz, okay? There are variations to that in alternate tunings we get into later, but that's standard pitch. Now, for the purpose of tuning your guitar, you're gonna wanna start the E string. Now, based on the 440 A, you're gonna wanna start with your low string, the 6th string, which is gonna be your low E, which is 83 hertz, okay? And so you basically, it's in and around fairly accurately at 83 hertz, okay? And so basically what you're gonna wanna do is your low string will be tuned 83 hertz, okay? That's where you wanna start with to get your correct tune, correct note, okay? Then you're gonna wanna take and you're gonna wanna tune your 5th string open to the same pitch as the 6th string 5th fret. Use your middle finger or whatever finger you want really for the purpose of tuning to make that happen. So you basically take a finger, hit the 6th string 5th fret, and you want to tune your open 5th string to match that. Okay, now I can hear the sixth string as possibly being a little flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and adjust that up a little bit. Sharpen it up a little bit and make sure that it matches. A lot closer. I'm going to go ahead and go with that. Sounds solid enough for me. Now, move down a string, okay? You want to tune your fourth string open to your fifth string, fifth fret. Okay? Once again, tune your open fourth string to match the, when you hit the fifth string, fifth fret, you want the fourth string to match the fifth string, okay? Now, you kind of think, well, the strings are already tuned, so what do you, okay, well, here's the thing. Strings are not always tuned, especially after if they've been in a case, you've been traveling, whatever, you go, you take it out of the case, and then you go to play it, and it's like, sounds like, ah, okay. Well, it doesn't sound like that, but you know what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and tune down the third string a little bit so I can illustrate to you how you tune that that string up. Tune that string back up to normal. So I'm taking it down, okay, just for illustration, okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that third string, you're going to tune it to the fourth string, fifth fret, okay. Fourth string, fifth fret. Now you want to take that third string open and you want to tune it back up to match. You may have to do this a couple times like this. That third string sounded a little sharp to me. There we go. Sounds good to me. Okay, so you may have to do that a few times to get it, and you want to listen to it to make sure that it's not that it's in good pitch. Now, to tune the second string. Now, what you're going to do is something slightly different. You're going to take the second string and tune it to the third string, a fourth fret instead of the fifth fret. So here we go. So I got my finger on the fourth string, third fret, and we're going to tune down the second string to match. Okay, it's out, so I'm bringing it up. Yeah, we got a match. What do you know? Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, that's the only deviation you'll do with that particular string. Now, to tune the first string to match the second string, you're going to slide that finger back up from the fourth fret, get it back up to the fifth fret again, like the other top four strings, okay? And, okay, now the bottom string is a little sharp, so I'm tuning it down a little bit. Okay? Sounds pretty close to me. We're going to go with that, okay? That's how you tune it, okay? Hopefully that's clear. This isn't the best camera in the world. I tried to do that fairly slow, but I hope that I did a good job explaining where to put your fingers and whatnot. So hopefully you got that down. Now that you got that, what I want to do is I want to teach you two chords. I want to teach the E chord and the D chord, okay? E chord is achieved by putting your first finger or your index finger, third string, first fret, like here. And then your middle finger, fifth string, second fret. And then your ring finger, fourth string, second. Okay, I may need to correct myself here. Middle finger, fifth string, second fret. Okay, and then ring finger, fourth string, second fret. Okay, so when you play so basically those notes the chorded notes that you're pressing on should sound like this. Okay, now what you want to do is just gently strum all six strings from the top of the guitar to the bottom. And that's your E. You want to ring all those strings out. Now to play a D, what you do is you take first finger or index finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret. Take your middle finger, 1st string, 2nd fret. And then ring finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. Sorry. So when you play those 3 chorded notes, the bottom 3, it's going to sound like this. Okay? What you want to do is just play the bottom 4 strings. Okay? Now, when you're playing, jamming along, if you should accidentally hit the 5th string open, that's okay. It kind of complements it a little bit. Try to focus on the first 4 strings. Like I said, if you accidentally happen to brush that 5th string, it's okay. Just try not to brush the 6th string, because it really kind of takes away the way the D chord is supposed to sound. It'll sound like this. So you can kind of hear that open E note at the bottom, the 6th string, kind of conflicts with the rest of it. So, but it's okay to accidentally knock that 5th string. I do it a lot when I play it. Okay, so basically, that's the E string, and that's the E note, and that's the D note. Practice those notes. Get them so you play them clean. Here's the E again, and then the D. Okay, first timers, you got no calluses. It might be a little frustrating your first few times to get those notes to ring out clean. Be patient. If it gets too crazy, honestly, you want my honest opinion, don't take your practice sessions more than a half an hour at first. No more than a half an hour a day. You don't want to drive yourself crazy and get yourself discouraged and frustrated because you can't hit notes. Otherwise, you're going to want to put it down. You're not going to want to keep trying and practicing. Okay? If you're starting out, you may even want to take those sessions down even less, maybe 20 minutes, 15, maybe even 10. I wouldn't really go less than 10. If probably a good starting point, if you think that 30 minutes is too much, start with 15 minutes and see how that works for you. 15 minutes a day until you get those notes. I want you to try doing a back and forth from E to D really slowly, but play them do it so you can play them clear. Like that. Get them practicing, get them clear. Now, again, if you've tuned your guitar correctly, you're going to get those things are going to come out sounding really nice and clear. And doing that gives you an opportunity to check your tuning. Okay, it's like you listen to it. Oh, they sound great. Okay, so I know I've tuned the guitar correctly. Okay, that's basically it. That's the first lesson. And so I hope that what I presented to you helps you. And I hope that after doing all this, you're encouraged to stay with it. It can be rough at first. Sometimes, even as a guy who's been playing guitar for many years, I can tell you sometimes I have really good days on the guitar, and then there are some days that I pick it up and I might play 3 notes and I go, that's it, done. Sounds horrible. What I might do is just put it down for right now, and then maybe later in the day come back to it. And sometimes it sounds better, sometimes it doesn't. With continued practice, here's the thing, guys. Stay in practice. Practice every day. If there's anything that I've learned from my own mistakes as a guitar player, practice every day if you can. You want to keep that rhythm going. Keeps your coordination and your dexterity going with your fingers. You're building up the muscles in your fingers, and you're also keeping those calluses maintained once they develop. Okay, it'll come a lot easier. In the beginning of this video, I said that I've been playing off and on for about 42 years. If I want to get into the net time that I've actually been playing, it might be less than 42 years. If I haven't practiced every day, or if I've gone weeks without practicing, which I have, you do the math, it actually comes out to less than that. But, that's basically around about 42 years that I've been kind of playing off and on, okay? That I've had exposure to the instrument. So it's a lot of fun. It can be frustrating too. Have fun with it, have fun with it, because it is a fun instrument. Maybe you just want to do acoustic guitar, maybe you want to do electric guitar, which I do that too. I also dabble in a couple other instruments, but I won't get into that. So I play electric guitar as well, and you know, both instruments are kind of like their own unique animals. They're tuned similarly, and but it's different to have your guitar just unplugged and acoustic on a piece of wood like this, versus having an electric guitar plugged into the amp. The things change, but playing the notes are pretty much the same. It's they're two different animals. They're fun animals. You know what? If you can afford both, get both, okay? As you get better, you can afford better instruments, get the better instruments. You're gonna love it, okay? You don't have to spend a lot of money initially on an instrument. You can get a pretty decent guitar starting out with. You know, depending on where you get it and depending on the guitar and how it's made, you could actually pick up a pretty decent guitar that plays well for about $100, okay? You could probably find some good Yamaha acoustic guitars for in and around $100. If you spend a little bit more, like $200 or $300, maybe on something like an Ibanez or something like that, those are really nice acoustics for that price, and those are even better. So, I mean, if you can, you know, whatever works. But you want a guitar that's going to tune well and stay in tune, because some of the lower end guitars don't stay in tune, and then you're going, oh God, I just blew $100 on this guitar, it doesn't stay in tune. Okay, well, that happens with some of the less expensive guitars. Okay, or the beginning guitars. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to on the tuning, so that you understand where to start with. Like I said, we're not using tuners, but I'm going to put the links to a couple YouTube videos below in the description for those specific E and A chord sine waves. Okay, so you kind of know where to start with. Okay, the E again is 83 megahertz. The A is 440. No, I'm sorry, it's not megahertz. Hertz. The A is 440 hertz. The E is 83 hertz. Okay, and I'll put the links down below so you can they're like 10 to 1 hour long sine wave videos that basically you hit the play button and it just generates that one tone for whatever. The A, if you click on the A, it could go 10 minutes of anyway. Getting silly now. Anyway, have fun with it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Any comments, any suggestions, please leave them below. I have to approve all comments, so if you're putting down snide, derogatory, tasteless comments below, they aren't going to make the comment thread. But if you have something constructive, something positive to say down below, I'll approve your comments, so they'll be seen for you, and also to help other players that are watching this video and trying to learn. So that's about it. Oh, one last thing before I go. If you like this video and how it's helped you today, please subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button down below. It says subscribe. Click it and subscribe. And also, if you like this video, please like it as well. Now, if you when you hit subscribe and you see that little bell icon, if you click it again and you click the option that allows for the I guess the bell vibration icon, that means that you basically set the bell so that anytime I put out a new video, you'll get a reminder in your YouTube account that, hey, John Overturf just released another video. I'm going to be doing different videos of different things, including music, on my channel. So anytime I put in a new video on anything, you'll see it. But please do subscribe and like. That just helps my channel. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day and get to learning.